Hello everyone, welcome to GGN. Today's Wednesday, September 5th, 2012, and I'm Darko. Yesterday I was unable to make videos because my internet was out, and today it was most of the day, and then just recently it just clicked back on, so here I am. Alright, so we're going to definitely switch gears in this video. We're going to cover what I think is social engineering or cultural subversion. I spoke about this before. It's a tactic that is used by what some believe are either Zionist or communist type strategy that was used to basically infiltrate a country and bring them down to their knees by demoralizing them. And we're in that state right now. I think we've already been taken over, before even World War II, but this just takes us way down to the abyss. So just a disclaimer, whatever your sexual preferences, that's your own thing. I'm not saying I think you're going to hell. I cover it from the angle of it's being used basically as a social engineering tool. So first article I have up, survey says fewer people believe in God. Recent Gallup polls shows 59% of men and women around the world define themselves as religious, a 9% drop from 2005. It says Judaism shows the largest decrease in believers. The Gallup poll also shows that the more poor you are, the more religious you are likely to be, while the bottom 20% of the population in terms of income boasts 66% who define themselves as religious. The top 20% has only 49%. Of the 57 countries who participated in the poll, the top 10 religious countries were Ghana, 96%, Nigeria, Armenia, Fiji, Macedonia, Romania, Iraq, Kenya, Peru, and Brazil. And they actually have a lot of opposition in Africa when they try to push those homosexual programs, along with vaccination programs and circumcision as well. And in Peru and South America, they're very, they don't like that open homosexual stuff going on down there as well. And mainstream media likes to push this. This is from ABC News. Atheist summer camp is heaven on earth for non-believers. It's beyond belief. So a nice little cute play on words, saying the summer camp is for atheists or children of atheists self-described as free thinkers or people not otherwise traditionally religious. So that's cool if you're atheist. It's you don't believe in anything that you cannot prove, like with tangible evidence. So I do kind of respect for that. As far as free thinkers, I consider myself a free thinker. I believe in an afterlife. I can feel it. It's about having, you don't need to be able to have to prove it. That's what faith is about. You can feel it, inside you. And if you don't have it, then that's fine. I don't criticize people that don't. But, I don't like organized spirituality, such as religion. So I think that was definitely brought to us by the powers that be. The biggest ones that scare me, like I said before, are the nihilists, probably the people that work in black ops and stuff. Army atheists seek faith privileges, so they push this in the military as well, as far as the homosexual agenda, such as gay troops okay to march at gay pride parade in uniform. But they also push this. They want to have official recognition from the Army as a distinct faith group. People look at you differently when you say you're an atheist, and they say it's extremely taboo. You have the Christians appealing the secular European Court of Human Rights don't stand a chance of getting justice from September 4th, 2012. They're persecuted Christians, and 4 of them in Britain are taking their cases to the European Court of Human Rights. This individual is appealing against her having been sent home by British Airways for wearing a cross while on duty. Shirley Chaplin was moved to a desk job by NHS for the same offense. Gary McFarlane was sacked by Relate for refusing to counsel homosexuals, and Lillian Lydet was disciplined after she declared she was not willing to conduct same-sex civil partnerships in North London. I think there's another case with the male priest as well, who was fired for not doing it. American Airlines boots family with down child from flight. So, there's so many requirements now to be able to travel by plane. They're making it harder and harder, and all that stuff you have to go through. But now you can't even take your child with Down syndrome or even probably autism. So this Church of Scientology opened center in Israel. So the religion already has several thousand followers in Israel. And I don't really cover religion a lot. That's why I'm covering it in this video. I figured I'd just get it out of the way. Christians disrespected in Christ's motherland from September 3rd after the Arab Spring, and the life in a number of countries in the Middle East became dramatically more extreme in Iraq, Egypt, Syria. Christians, it became very hard for them. So how are they in Israel? Israeli experts interviewed by a reporter, the G Times, said that Netanyahu's words of free exercise of Christianity in Israel were, to say the least, wishful thinking, and that Netanyahu is a pathological liar. He says there's discrimination against Christians in all areas. One man was basically accused of baptizing his child or children, was deported from Israel. He says that according to Israeli law, a converted Jew has no right to repatriation, so Christians have to deny their faith when entering the country or renounce Christ. It even goes so far as to say that Christians, parents of Jews, are not allowed to teach their children faith. If they do, the authorities have the right to take away custody of their children from the parents, as it's considered child abuse. And this company's on the defense, of course, because the media is, it's very Zionist friendly. So it's United Church of Canada defends decision to boycott Israeli products, and they were doing this because the goods produced in Israeli settlements were located within occupied Palestinian territories. So like Chick-fil-A, right? They have to answer to the media. They have to answer to them because the media are just, they're just so neutral, right? They're looking out for people's rights. Pro-abortion Democrats scream at 11-year-old girl, pro-life girl, at a convention. So this girl, Zoe, joined her mother and her friends to lay thousands of roses outside the site of the Democratic convention and pray for the babies, the politicians in this generation. But basically, there was just one individual, pro-abortion activist, son Sarah Taylor. So I guess she went on there and started bash her, and he goes on and says that she claims to be against the degradation of women. She's an anti-porn activist. Apparently they were holding signs and chanting, and this girl says, a baby's not a baby. Well, she didn't say this, but these people that were holding signs said, a baby's not a baby till it comes out, and that's what birthdays are all about. Blowing whistles and jumping around, acting like 5-year-old children. I was so sad that these people were so blinded, I started crying. It's crazy. The woman saw her crying and said, you're making this girl cry with your bullshit. So there you go. And then here we go with double standards. And that man charged in shooting at conservative group headquarters had ammo, Chick-fil-A sandwiches in bags. So as I was talking about with Chick-fil-A having to answer to the media about their kind of stance on gay marriage and that. He says, I don't like your politics. I guess that's what he said before he went into the research council that advocates faith, family, and freedom in public policy and public opinion. But this is their stance. I mean, this is the eugenicists. Killing babies no different from abortion, experts say. Parents should be allowed to have their newborn babies killed because they are morally irrelevant, and ending their lives is no different to abortion. A group of medical ethicists, so that it's an ethical thing to do, says the eugenicists at Oxford University. They are not actual persons. Well, we're not persons. A person is a corporate entity, a corporation. None of us, we're human beings, right, with souls. Well, some of us, at least we think we are. But apparently these babies are not actual human beings, living people, and they have no moral right to life. So that was just a couple months ago. Judge orders sex change for Massachusetts murder convict. Federal judge on Tuesday ordered state prison officials to provide a taxpayer-funded reassignment, sexual reassignment. So it's like the military, you're being reassigned, right, to a different unit. Surgery to a transgender inmate serving life in prison for murder. So it says here, I was born as a man, received hormone treatments, and lives as a woman in an all-male prison. So you don't want him to be discriminated against. So Brazil to provide free sex change operations. This is from 2007, but you'll find articles from this year covering as well. Brazil's saying that it's basically what constitutes saying it's a basic human right. So they call it what? Sexual reproductive health care. They call it health care. A flasher's sex change operation means he is now a she. So I'm not really sure what a flasher means. I don't know if it's just like it's the opposite of a girl that flashes her breast. A guy flashes his package or something. But he will not have to undergo group sex offending treatment handed down as part of his punishment because he is now a she. So But in what is believed to be a legal first, the terms of his punishment have been changed after gender reassignment made him a woman. So I don't know if there was much change there. Ouch, man. Larry Wachowski, transgender Matrix director, reveals transition to Lana Wachowski. So I remember this, so I thought I'd include it in this report from July 31st, basically August of this year. Let's talk about the Matrix director. Apparently in 2003, a date Wachowski took to the Cannes Festival told British tabloids that the director was a cross-dresser, so that's how it all starts, right? Oh, I'm a cross-dresser now. Ooh, I was a he, now I'm a she. So, ooh, see, cross-dressing, right? Sending mixed signals, especially from a father. It says here, dad protects son from bullies, so he's protecting his son from the bullies by wearing a skirt. Guess what? Well, it works. Well, it doesn't work because he's going to go and he's going to get the shit beat out of him. I'm not condoning violence, I'm just, you know how children are. They can be vicious, just like adults can be vicious. A German dad has become a role model not only for his son, but for the parents around the entire world after this photograph surfaced on the internet. So then we have Brazil accepts three-person civil union. Man and two women have lived together for 3 years, reports the BBC. So they say the official who proved the union says, we're not only recognizing that it's always existed, we're not inventing anything, for better or worse. We consider a family before isn't necessarily what we consider a family today. So see, it's changing, see? Lawyer who vows to fight the decision, it's absurd and totally illegal, something completely unacceptable, which goes against Brazilian values and Christian, mostly Christian morals. So crazy what's going on in Brazil, because you saw that 85%, right? Believe in God and that. But they're doing free sex change operations. They have the... Brazil had the sex worker, not sex workers, but whatever it was, the sex walk, where we're for women's rights, and they were bearing breasts and stuff like that. It's just, again, mixed signals. Regret after female sterilization among low-income women in Brazil. So this is from 92, and hundreds of women got sterilized. 17, almost 20% said they now regretted their decision in low-income areas. Remember that. Rosie O'Donnell reveals she has been married for 2 months. So this is, again, programming, icons, entertainment, which is for pushing the social agenda. Just like with Wachowski, they didn't say it before because what? Everything is escalating fast. It's moving fast, 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 which is now what? The new normal. That's why they push this bullshit. So it says here, Utah affiliate Axis gay theme NBC sitcom, the Mormon-owned stations move blatantly homophobic. So anything that is against this new normal, this social agenda by the social engineers to basically corrupt, kill, and control society is you're homophobic, you're anti-something. Madonna sued over gay rights stance by Russian campaigners. So she knew what she was doing. I covered this before. She had been warned with words that she would behave in line with the law, and she ignored it. So, performed in black lingerie with the words "No Fear" scrawled on her back. I don't know if it was back or backside. Then we have 6 facts about Jennifer Coolidge, a.k.a. Stifler's mom. Well, one of them is that what? From American Pie. It was about a cougar, right? A young guy with older women, and she got a lot of dates because of that movie. And then, I don't know what you call the opposite of this, but a woman, 23, was basically charged with disrupting a flight, which isn't the point, in an argument with her 69-year-old Canadian Senator hubby. So, wow. And No Little Monsters, Russia again, MP urges underage ban for Lady Gaga gigs. She's one of the biggest programmers for this. She may actually come out to be a hermaphrodite or some sex change. She's really a man eventually. It's going to dupe a lot of people. If not, she's definitely pushing a social agenda here. Spring Breakers clip. Good Girls Gone Bad. So again, the Good Girls Gone Bad by the police state and barely wearing anything. This is from Pravda, Russia news source. Europe turns into a sea of Sodom. Sodom and Gomorrah, I believe it is. Talking about civil partnerships. Yeah, actually in the EU Observer, they actually say that in order to become an MP, the Europe, EU MP in that representative parliament, you have to be on board with this. So if you're against it, you may not get elected. TV audiences relax views on sex. There has been a decline in concern about the amount of sex, violence, nudity, and swearing on television, figures show. Big-time programming icon who shaved her head because she was fighting the programming is now back in the business in a nude bodysuit. So is it a new trend? Well, it goes on and says, oops, I did it again. That's right, she's not that innocent. She's a bad girl. We were just talking about the cracking down after the, quote, Arab Spring, the Western hijack regime change in Iraq and Egypt. They put Muslim extremists in charge. Now they say, ooh, the young Iraqis face religious fashion crackdown. Egypt's first veiled newscaster stirs debate. The West and the Zionist media pushed this Arab Spring, and they got what they wanted. And now they're going to sweep in like they're going to be the protectors, while at the same time they ignore real oppression. Thank you.